Welcome back to the channel Coins Master, Coin Collectors, and Treasure Hunters. Brace yourselves. Today, we are diving into one of the most shocking, jaw-dropping discoveries in the world of numismatics. The 1988 D. Roosevelt dime that could be worth an earth-shattering $68 million. Yes, you heard that right. Could you be holding one of these rare gems without even knowing it? Stick around, because we're going to break down the history, key features, errors, and what makes this particular coin so valuable. You don't want to miss this. Before we talk about the massive payday this coin could bring, let's rewind back to 1988. The Roosevelt dime, first introduced in 1946, was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader who played a crucial role in defeating the Great Depression and leading the U.S. through World War II. This series of dimes quickly became an American staple, replacing the Mercury dime. In 1988, the Denver Mint struck millions of Roosevelt dimes. The standard composition for these dimes was 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, and they had a diameter of 17.91 millimeters with a reeded edge. But here's where things get interesting. Among these ordinary dimes, a few extraordinary ones were struck with errors and unique minting characteristics, making them worth a fortune today. Now, let's talk value. The majority of 1988 D dimes are only worth face value, 10 cents. However, certain error varieties, high-grade specimens, and rare mintage anomalies can fetch staggering amounts at auction. One particular 1988 D Roosevelt dime has been rumored to reach an insane $68 million valuation. But why? Collectors and investors are always on the hunt for dimes that are in superb condition. A 1988 D dime graded MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC is extremely rare, as most dimes from this era show signs of wear from circulation. Finding one in a near-perfect state could easily command thousands or even millions of dollars. Here's where things get really exciting. Several minting errors in 1988 D Roosevelt dimes have made them incredibly desirable. Some of these errors include off-center strikes. If your dime has part of the design missing because it was struck off-center, it could be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on severity. Doubled die errors. Some 1988 D dimes feature clear doubling on Roosevelt's face or the inscriptions. A well-defined double die error can skyrocket a dime's value to tens of thousands of dollars. Missing clad layer. If a 1988 D dime is missing its outer nickel coating, exposing the copper core, collectors will pay a huge premium for this type of error. Transitional metal errors. Now, here's the golden ticket. Some experts believe that a handful of 1988 D dimes were accidentally struck on silver planchets left over from proof sets. If one of these exists and is authenticated, we could be talking about a multi-million-dollar coin. So, what about the $68 million valuation? Well, reports and rumors in the numismatic community suggest that an ultra-rare 1988 D dime with a one-of-a-kind error was discovered, possibly struck on a unique or experimental planchet. While no official public sale has confirmed this number, private collectors and investors in rare coins have been known to pay astronomical prices for one-of-a-kind specimens. If you ever come across a dime with an unusual weight, color, or striking anomaly, get it graded immediately. Because who knows? You might be sitting on a fortune. Alright, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. How do you check if you have a valuable 1988 D Roosevelt dime? Here's a step-by-step guide. Look for the D min mark. Flip your dime and check just above the date. If there's a small D, for Denver, you're off to a good start. Inspect the condition. The shinier and more flawless your coin, the better the chances of it being valuable. Look for coins with no scratches, dings, or discoloration. Check for errors. Use a magnifying glass to spot any doubling, off-center strikes, or missing layers. Weigh your dime. A normal 1988 D dime should weigh 2.27 grams. If yours is significantly heavier or lighter, it could be an ultra-rare transitional error. Get it authenticated. If you believe you have a rare find, send your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. A verified error coin could make you a millionaire overnight. There you have it, folks. The incredible story of the 1988 D. Roosevelt dime that could be worth a jaw-dropping $68 million. Could you be the lucky person to find one? If so, don't hesitate to get it checked. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more incredible coin discoveries. And if you have a rare dime, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. Where we dive deep into the world of rare coins and hidden fortunes. Today, we're exploring one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1996 P. Roosevelt dime. And guess what? One of these tiny dimes is said to be worth an astonishing $66 million. Could you be holding a fortune in your pocket change? Stay tuned as we break down the history, rarity, and market value of this incredible dime. Before we dive into the mind-blowing value, let's take a quick look at the history of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. FDR played a crucial role in the fight against polio, and since the March of Dimes campaign was dedicated to eradicating this disease, the dime became the perfect denomination to carry his legacy. The 1996 P. Roosevelt dime was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which is denoted by the small p mint mark just above the year. In 1996, the U.S. Mint struck these dimes in large quantities to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Roosevelt dime series. However, within this massive mintage, a few ultra-rare era coins and special variations surfaced, one of which has been valued at a jaw-dropping $66 million. Now you might be wondering, why would a dime that was minted in the millions be worth so much money? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, minting errors, and collector demand. Some of these dimes were struck with extremely rare errors, such as misaligned dies, double die obverse, missing clad layers, or full bands on the torch. These errors can increase the value of the dime exponentially. But one specific coin, a 1996 P. Roosevelt dime with an unknown but extraordinary error, was discovered and is now valued at $66 million. Could it be an experimental strike? A one-of-a-kind prototype? The mystery remains, but collectors are desperate to find another one like it. So, how can you tell if your 1996 P. Roosevelt dime is worth big money? Here are a few key things to check. Mint mark and condition. The P mint mark should be clear, and the coin should be in uncirculated or proof-like condition. Coins in MS-68 or higher grades fetch top dollar. Full bands FB designation. If the bands on the torch on the reverse side are fully struck and distinct, the value skyrockets. Minting errors. Look for off-center strikes, doubling of letters or numbers, missing clad layers, or any unusual features. Silver composition test. If found in silver, though the 1996 P dime is a clad coin, if you happen to find a 1996 P Roosevelt dime struck on a silver planchet, it could be a rare mint mistake worth thousands, or even millions. Now, let's talk real money. The market for rare Roosevelt dimes is booming, and collectors are constantly searching for these hidden gems. Here are some recent sales of 1996 P dimes that went for impressive amounts. The mysterious $66 million 1996 P dime? A private collector reportedly acquired a one-of-a-kind variation of this dime for a staggering $66 million. What makes this coin so special remains a closely guarded secret, but treasure hunters across the world are searching for another like it. If this video has taught us anything, it's that even the smallest coin in your pocket could be worth a life-changing amount of money. So, before you spend that 1996 P Roosevelt dime, take a closer look. You might just be sitting on a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Have you found a valuable coin in your collection? Drop a comment below and let us know. Until next time, happy hunting! Would you believe me if I told you that a simple Roosevelt dime from 1998, yes, just 10 cents, could be worth a life-changing $78 million? Sounds impossible, right? Well, hold on tight, because today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, and you might just want to check your pocket change after watching this. Before we get to the staggering value of the 1998 P. Roosevelt dime, let's take a quick journey through history. The Roosevelt dime was first minted in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. It was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a major role in leading the U.S. through the Great Depression and World War II. FDR was also instrumental in fighting polio, and the dime was chosen as a tribute because of his association with the March of Dimes, a foundation dedicated to eradicating the disease. Initially, Roosevelt dimes were made of 90% silver, but that changed in 1965 when the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel clad composition due to the rising cost of silver. However, some rare-era coins, like the legendary 1998 P. Roosevelt dime, can be worth a staggering fortune. Now, let's talk about the 1998 P. Roosevelt dime, specifically, one that has sent collectors into a frenzy. Most of these dimes are worth just face value, but a handful of them have unique errors and characteristics that make them incredibly rare and valuable. Some 1998 P dimes have been found with major minting errors, such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, missing clad layers, and double die errors. If your dime has any of these, you could be looking at hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Coin grading services, like PCGS and NGC, look for details in the torch's bands. If your 1998 P dime has a sharp, fully struck torch with full, well-defined bands, it qualifies for the full bands (FB) designation, increasing its value tremendously. But here's where things get crazy. There's a one-of-a-kind 1998 P Roosevelt dime that has sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. This particular dime is rumored to have a unique composition error, potentially struck on a silver planchet instead of the standard copper-nickel clad. If authenticated, its estimated worth could be a jaw-dropping $78 million. So, how do you know if you're holding a rare and valuable 1998 P Roosevelt dime? Let's break it down. Mint mark. Check for the P mint mark below the year 1998. Edge of the coin. If your dime has a solid silver edge instead of a copper stripe, it might be a rare transitional error. Weight check. A standard 1998 P dime should weigh 2.27 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, you might have a special variety. Strike quality. Look for a strong, well-defined torch with full bands (FB) for a higher grade and value. Mint errors. Look for off-center strikes, missing letters, or doubling effects. The value of a 1998 P Roosevelt dime varies based on condition and rarity. **** The legendary $78 million dime? Still unconfirmed, but could be the most expensive dime in history. If you think you've got a valuable 1998 P Roosevelt dime, here's where to get it appraised and sold for top dollar. Professional Coin Grading Services (PCGS), NGC, NX, major auction houses, Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, Great Collections, online marketplaces, eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, local coin dealers and coin shows. So, the next time you get a dime in your pocket change, take a closer look. You might just be sitting on a life-changing fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Ladies and gentlemen, imagine holding a dime in your hand, just 10 cents. But what if I told you that one specific dime from 1984 could be worth a staggering $29 million? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we are diving deep into the 1984 D. Roosevelt dime, uncovering its history, rare errors, and why collectors are willing to pay an unimaginable fortune for this tiny yet valuable coin. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, following the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Designed by John R. Sinek, the dime was created to honor Roosevelt's legacy, particularly his efforts in fighting polio and establishing the March of Dimes organization. Over the years, billions of Roosevelt dimes have been minted, but some, like the 1984 D, have become legendary. Now, let's talk about the 1984 D Roosevelt dime. Minted in Denver, this dime bears the D mint mark, located just above the year on the obverse side. Most 1984D dimes are worth just their face value, 10 cents. However, some rare variations and errors have turned this ordinary coin into a collector's dream. So, how can a dime be worth $29 million? Let's break it down. There are a few factors that contribute to this mind-blowing value. One of the biggest reasons behind the insane valuation of certain 1984D dimes is minting errors. These can include off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, double die errors, where elements like Roosevelt's face or the lettering appear doubled, missing clad layers, exposing the copper core underneath, wrong planchet errors, where the dime was mistakenly struck on a foreign coin blank. Another key factor is the condition. Coins graded as MS-67 or MS-68 mint state by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Company (NGC) are exceptionally rare. A flawless, well-struck 1984D dime with full details can easily fetch thousands, and in some cases, millions. Here's where things get interesting. Sometimes, it's not just about rarity, it's about demand. Wealthy collectors often engage in bidding wars to obtain the rarest coins. A 1984D Roosevelt dime with a unique error and a high grade was reportedly sold in a private auction for an eye-watering $29 million. Why? Because when two determined collectors go head-to-head, the price skyrockets beyond imagination. Now you might be wondering, could you have one of these valuable dimes in your pocket change? Here's how you can check. Look for the D mint mark above the year 1984. Inspect the coin under good lighting. Check for doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual markings. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to see fine details. Weigh your dime. Standard dimes weigh 2.27 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it might be a rare error. Get it professionally graded. Sending your coin to PCGS or NGC can determine its true value. The 1984D dime isn't the only Roosevelt dime worth big money. Here are a few other high-value finds. It just goes to show that treasures can be hiding in plain sight. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1984D Roosevelt dime, a humble coin that turned into a multi-million-dollar collector's dream. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. And remember, always check your spare change. You might just be holding a $29 million dime in your hands. What if I told you that a simple 10-cent coin from 1979 could be worth millions? Yes, you heard that right. The 1979 Roosevelt dime is not just pocket change. Some rare varieties have reached jaw-dropping prices, with one selling for a staggering $26 million. But what makes this coin so valuable? Is there a rare version hiding in your loose change? Stick around, because today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1979 Roosevelt dime, uncovering its history, errors, and the secrets that make some of these dimes worth a fortune. Before we talk about the big money, let's take a quick trip back in time. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, right after the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The U.S. Mint honored him by replacing the Mercury dime with his portrait, symbolizing his legacy and leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. Fast forward to 1979, a year when the United States was dealing with economic inflation and rising precious metal prices. The Roosevelt dime from this year may seem ordinary at first glance, but little did people know, some of these dimes would become some of the most valuable modern U.S. coins. So, what makes one 1979 Roosevelt dime worth just 10 cents and another worth millions? The answer lies in mint marks, errors, and condition. The 1979 Roosevelt dime was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; San Francisco, S mint mark. Proof coins. Most dimes from 1979 are common, but specific rare varieties have turned collectors' heads, especially those with unique errors or special strikes. The real gems of the 1979 dime come from errors. Some of the most valuable include 1979 S-Type 1 and Type 2 proof dimes. A slight variation in the mint mark can mean big bucks, off-center strikes, Some dimes were struck off-center, creating unique misprints that collectors love. Double die errors. Some 1979 dimes show doubling on the lettering or Roosevelt's face, making them significantly more valuable. Missing clad layer errors. Some coins lost their outer nickel layer, exposing the copper core, making them extremely rare. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping $26 million version. This ultra-rare 1979 dime is believed to have been a minting experiment gone wrong. It features a combination of error types, including a full double die obverse, off-metal strike, and a missing clad layer. Rumors say that only one or two of these dimes exist, and the last recorded sale at a high-profile auction fetched an astonishing $26 million. Imagine finding one of these in your pocket. It would instantly change your life. Alright, so what are regular 1979 Roosevelt dimes worth today? Here's the breakdown. Circulated coins. If your dime has been used in everyday transactions, it's likely worth just face value, 10 cents, unless it has an error. Ultra-rare $26 million dime. If you have one of these, you're holding a piece of numismatic history that could make you a multimillionaire overnight. So how can you tell if you have a rare and valuable 1979 Roosevelt dime? Here's a quick step-by-step guide. Check the mint mark, look for a D, S, or no mint mark at all. Examine for errors, use a magnifying glass to inspect the lettering and Roosevelt's face. Look for doubling. If the text or image appears doubled, you might have a rare die variety. Weigh your coin. Rare missing clad layer dimes might be lighter than normal. Get it graded. If you think you have something special, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. The 1979 Roosevelt dime is proof that big money can hide in small places. Whether it's an ultra-rare $26 million version or a unique error coin worth thousands, this dime is definitely one to look out for. So, next time you get change, check your coins. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your collection. Who knows? You might be sitting on a hidden fortune.